I'm gonna be honest with you all here. Lil Boat really wasn't that good. It was an average album at best. It was kind of cute, had this nice charm to it, but overall it was pretty redundant. Lil Yachty doesn't have that much to say. The beats were pretty samey all the way through. I don't know why so many people loved it, honestly. There were some decent tracks on there. I still kind of like One Night for what it is. But, you know, it just wasn't that exciting for me. I just wanted a bit more oomph to it. And then we kind of got a bit more of that on his next album, Teenage Emotions, but you all know how that turned out. Lil Yachty did prove that he has a uniqueness, though. He has some kind of personality to him that's very different to everyone else at the time, because at the time we had more people like 21 Savage breaking through, who was very different. You know, a lot of the trap rap was getting huge, and Lil Yachty provided something different, but sometimes I think that's a little overrated. Just because you come in a genre with something a little bit different doesn't mean you instantly get all the praise or you get put in your own lane. I see people say that he's unorthodox, he's unique, he's different to a lot of rappers, which is fine, but I just can't stand this album, man. Lil Boat 2 was a painful journey. First of all, it's 45 minutes long, but it feels so much fucking longer, man. Oh my god, this was... Oh, there are 17 tracks on here, and yeah, each track is barely like 3 minutes long, but I don't know what it is, but they just feel like they drag on forever. Oh! I was listening to it this morning, right, my last listen of the album, the last painful experience of this album, and I paused it because I wanted to go to get some breakfast, okay? And I thought I was about half an hour. It felt like I was listening to half an hour of the album. It felt like so long. And then when I went back to play the album, I was only on track 6. I was like, track 6? There's still 11 more songs to go? I just feel like the way he's singing on this album, the way he's auto-tuning, the way he's auto-crooning, it just just the way he sounds is just horrific. I just can't stand how he's singing. He's barely rapping on beat. He barely raps at all. I don't even know if you can consider this a rap album. I mean, most of the songs have pretty basic, and I mean basic as hell, trap beats. But I don't feel like he's rapping on them. I do get that rap is expanding now. It's not just the same as it once was. It's not just boom bap beats. It's not just West Coast beats. You know, I get that. I'm not trying to be like one of those old heads. But, you know, I still don't feel like this has enough in it to really be considered a rap album. It just feels like he's just singing, especially on like songs like Love Me Forever, which is such a bad song. Like the way he's like, love me forever. And yeah, Lil Yachty does display more emotions than your average rapper. You know, he is singing a lot about like his feelings and stuff, which I'm fine with, but like Mike Seatown always says, Slug from Atmosphere did this like 15 years ago so much better in such a more detailed and vivid way that when you hear it done in this way, in such a basic way, it sounds so bad in comparison to what you've heard before. I do think there are two okay songs though, like 2 songs that I don't mind, like, and the first track, Self-Made, I do feel like what he's singing about here is actually pretty good, because like I think he's very aware of like the way people criticize him, and he's kind of just basically like, well, you know, I did this, I came up on my own, I didn't really need that much help. People are hating on me because of the way I look, but it's not really to do with what I look, it's about the music I make, that kind of thing. I agree with that. I think he does do a good job on that track. And the Lil Pump and Offset features I quite like, honestly. I think Lil Pump sounds really good on that song. I don't know, maybe Lil Pump actually has more talent in him than he's showed so far, because I feel like he was so bad at making hooks on that mixtape that he dropped last year, that maybe he just did that to get popularity, and now when he goes on to his next stuff, he's actually going to display some decent rapping and decent ideas, because I think he sounds good on this track. I wasn't expecting him to. And Offset's alright, I guess, just doing his Offset thing, but just hearing him instead of Lil Yachty was just refreshing enough for me. But boom, oh my god, boom, 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 boom. Terrible, utter shit, honestly. Ugly God is on that song. Why? And that's another thing I want to bring up about this album. He is so clearly copycatting, copy. Is that even a word? He is basically ripping off every other mainstream rapper right now. He is trying to be Playboy Carti. He is trying to be Migos. He is trying to be everyone out there. He's trying to be Future. He is just all over the place with all of his styles on this one. Like, yeah, sure, he was unique and different on his first tape, but on his sequel to that tape, he is not different to anyone else at all. He's constantly throwing in ad-libs. He is just trying everything he can to sound like other people, and it's depressing because he's not even doing it well. I wouldn't mind it if he was doing it in a decent way, but he's not. He just isn't. Pop Out is just this hyped up anthem, which again, he's trying to do that sound like an XXXTentacion and Takeshi's Castle 69, a bastard guy. Like it's those guys, but it's without the hyped up energy that they bring to their songs. And even though I don't particularly like the way they do it, they at least have energy, you know. Lil Yachty just has this boring voice, like I just can't stand it all the way through. I just feel like every track just has nothing to it. The beats are so minimal. They add nothing. It's not like they're atmospheric like they would be on like Travis Scott's Rodeo. Like that brings up an atmosphere that no other trap artists was able to do, I don't think. And even Travis Scott wasn't able to do it again because he fucked up on the next album, Birds. But yeah, it's just lacking in everything. It's lacking in decent flows, decent bars. It's just not a good album. And again, it's not because, oh, I just can't stand this style of music. I would be fine with it if it was done well, but it's another one of those albums that's just showcasing that rap might be the zeitgeist in today's day and age. It might be the biggest genre right now, but it still has so many flaws to it, and all the new age of rappers, all the new age of the artists in the hip-hop genre that are trying to push forward the sound just haven't gotten the sound yet. They're just doing things that are pretty boring, pretty basic, and they can't even rap very well. They don't have very good lyrics. What's this guy got that other rappers don't have? And basically what he's got is that he's got a lack of creativity. This was painful to me, worse than Teenage Emotions, which I know everyone hated, but this is way worse. This is more painful. This is more annoying to listen to. I was actually getting annoyed just listening to him. He sounds horrendous. So yeah, it's got to be an F. Got to be an F. Let me know your thoughts on this. If you liked it more than me, please tell me why or how you liked it more than me, because I don't know how. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews, interviews, podcasts, track reactions, lists, all that kind of music related stuff. And yeah, comment what your thoughts are on this album and have a good day. Boom, boom, boom.